Hello everyone, my name is Nicola Collinson and I'm an independent civil celebrant. It's a pleasure to share these celebrations with you today. Thank you all for joining Ross and Caitlin to celebrate their marriage today. What a stunning venue they've chosen. Blake Hall has had a long and interesting history. This 17th century bar has been lovingly restored by the Capel-Cure family, who owned the estate for nearly 230 years. This beautiful venue is the perfect backdrop to witness you adding a very special chapter into your own history book. We acknowledge that you've all travelled to be here with them today, with some guests travelling from as far as Leeds and Norwich, and even as far as Singapore. Ross and Caitlin are delighted to have so much love and support around them, and are thrilled that you all made the journey. They do understand that the excuse to dress up, free food and drinks, and the need for one heck of a party may have had some bearing on your decision. All of you have been invited, as you mean so much to them. You've offered much happiness, warmth and guidance through the various stages of their lives, which they will never forget. So thank you. We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Ross Kevin Dunn and Caitlin Rose Scott. Marriage will allow you a new environment to share your lives, standing together to face life and the world hand in hand. To be successful, you will need strength, courage, patience, and a really good sense of humour. We're not here to mark the start of a relationship, but we're here to recognise a bond that already exists. Their journey began the moment they first met. They took the time to learn what makes the other person smile, what makes the other person laugh, and how best to support each other when life is less than simple. Marriage is the coming together of two lives and a celebration of the love of two people. But it is more. It's a celebration of two families coming together. The love that Ross and Caitlin feel for one another ignites from a spark that their parents planted in their hearts years ago. Michael and Kathy, Kevin and Karen, today is a special celebration for you all. You brought these children into the world and guided them into adulthood. Today, you are witnessing another stage in the lives of your son and daughter. Ross and Caitlin have asked me to thank you for the most wonderful lives you've given them, for the hard work and guidance you've provided, and for your everlasting, unconditional love and encouragement. A special thank you to Kevin and Karen for passing down such fantastic genes. These are more than evident when you meet Ross and absorb his dazzling charm, wit and dashing good looks. Did I get your words right?
You did, yeah. Me.
Any of us can fall in love. We can all feel the first butterflies, go on first dates and have a first kiss. When the first start to fade, that's when reality hits and true love begins. Love is many things. Love for you today is marrying your best friend. Love means letting someone in to share your life. We are all here to hope with you, to support you and to be proud of you. And to remind you that love isn't only about happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, not even this moment. It's every moment. Big ones like saying I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Going out for a delicious meal, or simply staying in and eating Dominoes, or one of Ross's famous tuna and pasta boats. Enjoying city breaks together, embracing cultures and local delicacies. Going out for cocktails with friends, or going on a cultured bar crawl, whatever that means. These everyday moments fuse together into one big experience, and even though we describe love in different ways, and love can look different from one person to the next, we all know it when we see it, and we see it here. I'd now like to invite Kathy to come forward to give a reading.
The Art of Good Marriage by Wilfred Arlen Peterson. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humour. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. You don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without.
Big round of applause. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others long. Some are yet unwritten, whilst others are just getting to the good part. But any good love story should start with an intriguing beginning. When describing the moment you set eyes on the one, you may imagine a dreamy and romantic destination with soft background music playing, your eyes looking across the room, setting fireworks in your heart. That's not quite what happened in this love story, however. Picture instead the not-so-romantic surroundings of Chelmer Valley High School. It was 2006, and, dressed in their slightly too large navy blazers that their parents told them they would grow into, this pair of 11-year-olds nervously started at their new school. They quickly fitted in and made lots of friends. They were in different sets, but had lots of mutual friends. Over the preceding years, their friendship grew stronger as they grew up together. Well, not Ross really, as he remained at 5'5" until he was about 16. But Caitlin changed a lot. Ross found that he had a new appreciation of her blossoming curves, And especially, I'm told, her derriere. By the age of 17, Ross had not only grown in height, but also confidence. He decided to notch things up a gear in his quest to let her know he was good boyfriend material. So he took A-level art. He was quite good at it, but if we're being totally honest, he took the class because Caitlin did. This meant that they sat across from one another and he could deploy his charm offensive. Caitlin was loving the attention and secretly fancied him, but obviously had to play it cool. It wasn't until the year 13 that things changed for them. They'd been invited with the mutual friends to Emily's house party. It was a lively party with great music and lots of booze. Unfortunately, their friend and groomsman here today, Ollie, give us a wave. Yeah, you're twitching now. He'd been overindulging with the beverages. So, probably won't remember. So, being the kind, caring, kind-hearted humans that we both know them to be, Ross and Caitlin decided to keep a close eye on him whilst he was laying face down in the grass, feeling sorry for himself. Despite the circumstances, it would appear that the stars aligned and the magic happened as Ross and Caitlin shared their first kiss with an unconscious witness. Who said romance is dead. From this moment on, they both knew this could be something very special. They spent as much time as they could together, but didn't rush to tell anyone of their blossoming romance, instead enjoying their little bubble. They would often sneak off to the hospital to grab a coffee at Costa or meet in the art cupboard for a cheeky snog until they officially went official. They were each other's support system whilst getting ready for their exams. Caitlin was far more academic and became increasingly stressed as the exams approached. Ross wasn't as bothered about revising, but he was happy to stop playing on his PlayStation long enough to prepare some flashcards to help her. People may have said he should have been studying harder, but he was actually being extremely clever by investing a lot of time in his future wife. Over the years, they both encouraged each other to build their independent lives and have been each other's biggest fans whilst building their careers. They are both passionate, determined and ambitious. They care deeply and passionately for each other. They protect each other. They make each other laugh and think outside themselves. Whilst they have a lot in common, their differences help to keep their relationship balanced and interesting. Ross is very tidy. Caitlin, not so much. She likes her organised mess, but it drives Ross crazy. She was quick to tell me she may be messy, but she's clean, which was good to know. Apparently Ross is tidy, but he doesn't clean the house. Ross loves his football. He's a passionate West Ham supporter and tells anyone that listens, it's not just a game, it's a way of life. Caitlin is now used to watching him getting flustered, sweaty and animated, with his heart rate often increasing to 132 beats per minute whilst watching the game. Caitlin loves to meet up with her sisters and friends and loves a G&T. She likes to play netball, but her main hobby is Ross, which is fully absorbing. She loves to watch Harry Potter. So does Ross, but said Caitlin is obsessive over it. She doesn't understand what his problem is. However, they ultimately have the same desires and goals, and it clearly works. Being better together as a team, a unit, and partners in crime is what has been many years in the making. They both recognise, however, that they've not made it here by themselves, and that is because of each and every one of you here today that has had such profound effects on them individually and as a couple. You are all such a big part of their lives. No matter how busy they are, friends and family are always top of their priority list. September 2020 saw them finally, after years of saving, moving into their first house in Chelmsford. They have loved making it into their home and have ensured perfect harmony ensues by installing several mirrors so Mr. Vane can check out his calves whenever he wants. I kid you not. They have a shared love of travel and have been on some fantastic adventures, including Ibiza, Amsterdam and Italy. To top off their wonderful life together, Ross wanted to ask Caitlin to become his wife, so he started to put plans into place. Having already bought the ring, Ross thought he best actually ask for Michael and Kathy's blessing before popping the question. Thank goodness they said yes. Now he just had to find the perfect place to ask the most important question of his life. Unfortunately, this wasn't as straightforward as he'd hoped. He knew he wanted to ask her when they went to Rome, but their upcoming trip was more stressful than expected due to COVID restrictions. Once in Rome, he just had to wait for the perfect moment. Not quite sure when this would be, he needed to make sure he had the ring on him at all times, keeping it safe. On the first day, they got up and dressed, ready for a full day of sightseeing. Just as they were about to leave, Ross appeared and Caitlin looked at him, horrified. "What are you wearing? Why are you wearing it like that?" Ross had taken his partially broken bum bag and strapped it across his chest. He felt this was safer, but obviously couldn't tell Caitlin why. She just thought he was weird and looked ridiculous. Everywhere they went, it was super busy, and Ross realised he was never going to find anywhere that was quiet. But he realised that St. Peter's Square offered the romance and breathing space he was looking for. He suggested taking a photo of Caitlin with a picture-perfect backdrop. Once snapped, he boldly told her that was the last picture he would take of her as his girlfriend, and immediately went into a lounge while offering a marriage proposal and a very beautiful engagement ring. Caitlin was caught completely off guard, but quickly accepted through her tears. They excitedly told a lot of you here today over FaceTime and then celebrated by going out for a delicious dinner. They have grown together through their amazing adventures to be standing here in front of us today, having succeeded and accomplished so much over the last 11 years. And that brings them here, to this beautiful location that will hold so many special memories. A time to pause, look back and smile at all the moments that have been. Now is the time to look ahead at all the moments yet to come. So can I ask you please both to turn and face each other and hold hands. These are the hands of your true love. You hold these hands as you promise to love each other each day. These are the hands that will comfort you and share the joy and happiness of life together. These are the hands that years from now will still be searching for your hands, still seeking the love, encouragement and support that each of you seeks from the other today. As you stand here today, I remind you of the serious nature of the responsibility you're about to enter. Marriage is the voluntary and full commitment of two consenting adults to love each other for a lifetime. So Ross, please repeat after me. I do sincerely declare.
I do sincerely declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any reason why.
Of any reason why.
I, Ross Kevin Dunn.
I, Ross Kevin Dunn.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Caitlin Rose Scott.
To Caitlin Rose Scott.
Caitlin, please repeat after me. I do sincerely declare.
I do sincerely declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any reason why.
Of any reason why.
I, Caitlin Rose Scott.
I, Caitlin Rose Scott.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Ross Kevin Dunn.
To Ross Kevin Dunn.
You fell in love by chance but you're here today because you're making a choice. You both are choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to promise to take care of each other, stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. You've invited your guests here today to receive their encouragement and support, and to celebrate with you at this special time. So I ask you now, Ross, in taking this woman to be your wife, do you promise to love and respect her, help her when she needs help, and cherish her throughout your lives together? After all of this time, do you so promise?
Always.
Caitlin, in taking this man to be your husband, do you promise to love and respect him, help him when he needs help, and cherish him throughout your lives together? After all of this time, do you so promise?
Always.
Now the moment has come for Ross and Caitlin to move on to the formal vows of marriage before you, their family, witnesses and friends. So Ross, please repeat after me. On this day I give you my heart.
On this day I give you my heart.
My promise that I will walk with you.
My promise that I will walk with you,
Hand in hand wherever our journey leads us.
hand in hand wherever our journey leads us.
I will love you faithfully.
I will love you faithfully,
Through the best and the worst.
through the best and the worst,
Together and forever.
together and forever,
On our adventures.
on our adventures.
And Caitlin, please repeat after me. On this day I give you my heart.
On this day, I give you my heart.
My promise that I will walk with you.
My promise that I will walk with you,
Hand in hand wherever our journey leads us.
hand in hand wherever our journey leads us.
I will love you faithfully.
I will love you faithfully,
Through the best and the worst.
through the best and the worst,
Together and forever.
together and forever,
On our adventures.
on our adventures.
I'm pleased to announce that Ross and Caitlin have written additional promises to each other that have been kept as a surprise until now. So Ross, we're going to start yours.
Sure thing. Caitlin, you have made me the happiest man in the world by agreeing to share your life with me. I promise to cherish and respect you. I promise to care for you and protect you. I promise to comfort you and encourage you. I promise to be with you forever. Give me your bad hair days, your clutter and your late nights working. Just give me you every day and I will give you all my love in return. Your love gives me hope, your smile gives me joy, and you make me a better person. You are my life, my greatest gift, and I'm so lucky to call you mine. Forever with you is simply not enough, but from this day forward I promise to make the most of every moment and always to put you first, even when the football's on. I love you with all of my heart, and I promise to never stop.
You should have gone second, that's not fair. Thank you.
Got that long, innit?
My darling Ross, for someone who's usually quite good with words, today as I stand before you to embark on our biggest adventure yet, I fear I'm slightly lost for them. 11 years feels to some like a lifetime, and whilst there are times when I'm sure we both feel the strain, watching 90 minutes of West Ham certainly springs to mind, I can hand on heart say that life by your side has been beautifully effortless and it just keeps getting better with time. Ross, you are my best friend, the light in my life and pain in my backside. I wouldn't change you for the entire world. With you by my side, I have the confidence to be a kinder, brighter, better person. I promise to spend the rest of my life making sure you feel the same way. I promise to pick you up when you're down. I promise to never stop trying to make you smile, even when you try so hard to stay mad at me. I promise to always argue with you about whose turn it is to make the coffee in the morning. I even promise to try and be braver when dealing with the spiders. I promise to be your confidant and to hold your hand through all that life has to offer, the wonderful and the challenging. I promise to forever blow bubbles. But most importantly, I promise to love you every single day and spend every waking moment making sure you know just how much. Life isn't a fairy tale, but stealing the line from my favourite film. Today, I am just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her, and knowing without a shadow of a doubt that you love me too. Thank you for finding the courage to message me 11 years ago to tell me how you felt. Thank you for spending every moment since building the foundations for our life together. Thank you for loving my family and understanding just how special they are to me and have become to you. Thank you for simply choosing to love me. Finally, sorry it's quite long, thank you for asking me to be your wife and for making me the happiest person on the planet. Love you. Thank you.
Ross and Caitlin will now exchange rings as a symbol of love and commitment to each other. Your wedding rings are special. They mark the beginning of your long journey together. Your wedding ring is a circle, a symbol of love everlasting. It is the seal of the vows that you've just taken. As you wear them through time, they will reflect not only who you are as individuals, but who you are as a couple. So may I ask the best man, Dan, to step forward with the rings. And Dan, if you could please pass Ross Caitlin's ring first.
Cheers, buddy.
And Ross, please place this ring on Caitlin's third finger on the left hand and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love.
as a symbol of our love.
All that I am,
All
I
that
give
I am.
to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
May this ring be a lasting reminder
May this ring be a lasting reminder
of the vows we are making today,
of the vows we're making today,
now and always.
now and always.
Push down that.
Give a little wiggle on it. Top, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And Dan, if you could please pass Caitlin Ross's ring.
Thank you.
This ring is even more precious as it has been made using the gold from Ross's granddad's wedding ring. Caitlin, please place this ring on Ross's third finger on the left hand and repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our love.
as a symbol of our love.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
May this ring be a lasting reminder
May this ring be a lasting reminder
of the vows we are making today,
of the vows we are making today,
now and always.
now and always.
Push down the ring. Hold on. Having pledged and sealed your vows by the giving and receiving of rings, it truly does give me very great pleasure to say you are now husband and wife, and congratulations, you make this your bride.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will now have the signing of the signing certificate. After the signing, Chris will come forward to take official photographs, and I'll then invite you all to come up and take your own. May I invite the mother of the bride, Kathy, and father of the groom, Kevin, to come forward to witness.
Chancellor kiss.
Thank you, everybody. That does now conclude our ceremony today. I'd like to wish you both the best for your future together. Very clear you're going to love adding extra chapters into your perfect love story. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask if you're able to please be upstanding, as it gives me very great pleasure to introduce to you the new Mr. and Mrs. Dunn.
I love it. So nice.
Perfect, perfect. Oh.
Got me right in the chop.